So, first of all, I just want to tell you about something about the foreign exchange market, because what you are going to trade is about the forex. A forex is a kind of currency market. Now, what is currencies? Currencies is like what we are going to trade in the market. Okay, currencies is like what the different countries have different currencies. Okay, for in the kind of America have dollars, we have Indian currency. Okay, INR, and Europe as a euro dollar. Okay, so different countries have different currencies, and we are going to trade on that currencies. Okay, so for in the kind of, if you are purchasing one currency, automatically you are going to sell out the another one. Okay, here it is all about the currency market. Forex is a very large, what we are going to trade in India, what you are going to trade in another, like equity, info, and options in shares. It's another than that. It will be a cover up all of that. Okay, like if you are going to trade in one of the currency or the stock in the Indian market, the forex will cover all over the whole market in the world. Okay, it was like you can say it was a big hub of the trading sector. So basically, let's start. The forex exchange market is a place where the currencies are traded. First of all, I just want to say, not only the currency, you can trade the shares, the stocks, but only in the MNCs. Whatever, like L'Oreal is the kind of, and another, like whatever the currencies and whatever the stocks are trading all over the world, you can see those charts in the forex market. Okay, not only the basis of India, not only the basis of London, not only the basis of China, Japan. Okay, but you can see all over the charts. Those are the MNCs and those are the shares which were the traded all over the world. You can see those charts in the forex market. Okay, but the basis of the base of the foreign exchange market is currencies. We are going to deal in the currencies. Okay, apart from that, we also have crude oil, we have silver, we have gold, and we have German 30 indices. We have many other charts also, but most of the basic one is the currencies which we are going to trade, and which we are going to deal with the today's class and in the next classes also. And whatever the techniques I will going to teach you, that will be applicable in all over the market. Like if it was universal applicable techniques, you can use these techniques in any of the market, in any of the chart, whether you are going to trade in Indian market, whether you are going to trade in shares, Nifty, bank, etc. Anywhere you can use these techniques. So the currency needs to be exchanged in order to conduct the foreign trade and business. Like why we have to exchange the currencies, why it was a main question in the forex market, like why you going to exchange currencies. We have to exchange the currencies to increase the monopoly demand of a particular currency. For an example, if you are purchased, if the euro demand, if the euro means European currency, if the European currency's demand is increasing today, okay, so if the price were increasing, for an example, in that kind, the buyers are more aggressive in the market, that's why the demand were increasing automatically. Why the buyers were increasing? Because the demands are increased, that's why the buyers are increasing. So that's why it was going to connected with the European market. On the other hand, if we are going to compare these with the USD currency, Euro USD, okay, let's take, because every pair has a contrast with the other one. If you are taking euro today, then you have automatically going to sell out another pair. Okay, for example, if you are going to buy a Japanese currency, automatically you are going to sell the Chinese one, or you are going to selling the European or any kind of Swiss franc, and in any kind of like whatever the pair is going to compare with the another one, is like the buying and selling kind of exchange you are going to do here. So it was basically an international market. It was basically like it have the no central hub in the marketplace. For an example, in India we have the NSE, the BSE. It was and the many shares which were manipulated by the many of the big MNCs. For an example, if you are buying today a Reliance share, and for an example, after 1 year it decreases its shares, the value of the shares were decreasing, so automatically you will lose your value. Automatically your buying price and whatever you are gaining prices, it will automatically going to lose out. But not in the case of foreign exchange market. It will be automatically like foreign exchange market is automatically is like a monopoly market. Here is only you are going to deal with the currencies and only you are going to sell out the currencies. Okay, no one is another, there is no company etc, there was no particular person who are going to fluctuate it and who are going to monopoly control the market. Here is only you are the leader of your own trade, and if you are going to lose, you are going to profit, you are only responsible for it, no one else. So basically international market is, there is no central marketplace for the foreign exchange market. There is no central market, there is no there is no mini hub, there is no physical place, we can say there is no physical place for the foreign exchange market who can control the market all over the world, because it was a kind of market which were trading all over the world. Like if the demand were increasing for the USD, if the USD demand were increasing, then the whole of the world, like the whole of the world buyers are forcing the market to go the buy for the Euro USD. Okay, like that, if the USD demand is increasing, then why USD the demand is increasing? The USD demand is increasing due to, as the buyers are more aggressive in the market, the buyers are more playing their games in the market, because the whole of the world, like most of the countries are favoring USD towards the buy direction. That was the USD is pressurized towards the buy direction. You both are getting my point?
Yes.
Hello everyone, are you getting my point?
Yes.
Okay, if any of the issue you are facing, just tell me. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. For in the sake, like many of the peoples are losing their money in the market, but first of all, if you are coming in the pattern of the forex market, then you should have the proper knowledge about that, because here we are facing many of the frauds, and it was a kind of market which are more volumistic, which were more momentum taking, which were have more volatility than any of the other market. Okay, for in the kind of example, whatever the turnover, if the Indian market turnover per day is 2 lakh, okay, if it was having a 1 crore, if Indian market turnover per day is 1 crore, then it was the more than that. The multiply, if you're going to multiply it by 10 or 100 times, it will be the turnover of the forex market. Like forex market is like, it was a very big market for every of the country. Every country is putting up their own like policies, laws, is different kind of things are mainly involving in the forex market. So it was very like monopolistic market, you can say. It was a very large market where you are going to trade. And basically the peoples are screams to be crazy about trading in today's world. Everyone is making their part-time jobs or their full-time traders. You can see many of the fund investors, many of the last time investors we can see in the market. The whole of them are contributing their some of the funds in the forex market, because it's the only market which can give you the full amount of risk and the full amount of rewards also, because no other market can give what the profit you can get from here. So according to the SEBI, 90% of money the people lost due to the stock market. 90% of the people who don't have knowledge, they, without the having of the proper knowledge, they jump into the market, but still they ultimately faces losses. Basically they make losses due to the don't having the proper knowledge about the forex market, because forex market is like totally different from the other markets. So basically there are the some of the reasons which I have written here, like due to the lack of knowledge, which I have told you earlier, like due to the lack of knowledge, the people is facing their money. Okay? The another is technical, which we are going to study, because in the forex market you can see there are certain directions, there are many of the techniques, there are many of the technicals, indicators which we are going to use on the daily basis for the taking of the trade. If you are taking particular certain trade, for in the kind of example, if you are taking USD trade, if I'm going to buy USD today, then I should have at least 5 reasons or the 6 reasons, at least minimum I should have 5 reasons that why I'm going to buy this trade with me. Okay, at least I have the 5 reasons. If I'm selling another currency, like if I'm going to selling euro today, then why I'm selling this, I should have at least 5 reasons with me. So where from you are getting these 5 reasons? These 5 reasons are automatically coming from your technical knowledge, which we are going to use here. Okay, we are going to take the indicators part, we are going to take the candlesticks part, we are going to take the double pattern part. Okay, so all these patterns, if you're going to sum up, it automatically give you the some reasons that why you are taking a trade in the certain directions. Okay, and another is fundamental is like in the forex, you are getting the many news reports on the daily basis upon a certain currencies. Many of the bureaus and the many of the different countries bureaus, you can say, they are analyzes and they are established, they are many of the reports. So it was based on that why the currencies is favoring this direction. For in the kind of euro is favoring buy direction today, then why it is favoring the buy direction, all the techniques and all the losses, and what are the maybe some the countries facing some losses, or maybe the country has passed some laws, if a country has some many of the laws like unemployment, maybe or the industrial factor, maybe the import and export, whatever the impact will affecting these currencies you will get in the fundamental part. Okay, and these are the some of the reports and blogs which we are going to publish on the daily basis. You can get it from the many of the sites, like you can get it from investing.com, you can get it from the FX Street, you are getting from the DFX Signal. There are many of the sites which are going to publish daily reports on the basis of the some of the currencies and the pairs which are going to traded on the major basis. Okay, and the next one is geopolitical. What is now geopolitical? Political in the means the political factors where the different parties are contributing their laws, they are forcing their rights towards the some of the current countries, and these automatically, these laws and these like factors automatically going to pressurize a certain currency of that country. For in the kind of example, if today we are going to facing some political issues in the in our country, then automatically our country's currency INR will going to diminish or appreciate its currency. Automatically the value of the currency either will depreciate or it will appreciate its currency value. ठीक है, तो the same is with every country. If the USA will facing some of the elections, so the automatically the whatever the impact will automatically going to this currency, like USD will maybe appreciate or depreciate its currency value. So that impact will be automatically we can see in the market, and you are taking the trade, you have to see all those factors. But these geopolitical and geophysical reasons, these are the kind of 10% which we can see in the market. 10% reasons only, like which it going to impact the market. Only 10% it will going to impact the market, the geopolitical and geophysical. Rest will be only based on the technical and fundamentals. These two are the main factors which basically you have to see on the daily basis. You have to read the charts, you have to see the reports, you have to make your own newses. You have to read the newses on the daily basis so you can take the trade on the proper basis. I will tell you some of the sites where you can go through and you can read the certain blogs and certain daily published bureau news reports where you can read, and a certain overview you can get from that sites, so you can take the you can have the certain idea that which direction and which country currency is going to perform well today or any other days. So the next is the physical reason. Now, what is physical? It is like the certain mishappening if taken place is any of the country, like the Japan is facing some tsunami or some dot or some flood, then automatically these impacts you can see on the currency part of that particular country. Okay, so these currency appreciation and depreciation part you can see on the chart of the currencies, because the currency momentum and the value also will affected. So what is basically a trading? Trading, we can see the buying and selling, and of course the profit making part. Everyone is here to make a profit today basis. No one is want to make the losses. Everyone here is to make up the profit. So I cannot assure you that I really remove your losses from your life, but yes, I can diminish it. Like I can reduce it from the 90%. If you are making loss to the 50%, with the help of these techniques you can make it 10%. 90% of profit will be of yours and 10% of losses will be of the market side, because always in the forex the 10% percentage will be from the risk side. Risk will be always maintained in the market. No one will getting 100% of a surety profit in the market. Now 90% you can make your own trade, but the 10% will be on the risk part. The buying and selling instrument on the exchange is knowing as in the online trading. Like everyone is doing online trading. When you used to buy and sell any of the instrument, for in the kind of, if I'm going to compare the two kind of currency, for an example, I'm going to compare the USD and CAD. Now what is CAD? It is a Canadian dollars and it is a US dollar. Okay, if I am going to compare these two currency today, then I would like to buy it. All up to you that whether you're going to buy which currency and what you are going to sell. For an example, if I am going to buy this currency, automatically it will going to sell out this one. And if I am going to sell out this one, automatically we are going to buy this. Okay, it will be automatically like a kind of phenomenal thing which we are going to take place in the market. If you are going to buy CAD today, then automatically you are going to sell this one. So it is all up to you that what currency you are buying and what currencies you are selling. Okay, based on your techniques and based on your learning. We have the types of trading commodity in the market, like equity, commodity and currency. Okay, equity is a kind of thing which have the certain timings. All the market is depending upon the timings in the market, although the forex is 24 hours running market, but it is depending upon the volume in the market. Here are some of the participants who are actually making their contribution in the market and which factors are basically affecting them. Okay, the forex dealers is like the forex dealers is amongst the biggest participants in the forex market. Forex dealers is a kind of persons who are basically they have the regular interventions in the market. For in the foreign we can see like the London and basically Sydney. London is the mainly, you can say, a mini hub of the forex traders. The most of the forex traders and most of the active forex traders are basically, you can see from the Londons. London is basically, you can call a mini market of the forex. At least the 50% or you can say 64% of the forex is only covered by London part. Okay, and rest of in the world, because in India you cannot see the forex is not in the much kind of craze, because most of the peoples are mainly contributing themselves towards the Indian market, because many of them do not fond about the forex market. So that's why it was mainly a consequence in the loophole, you can say, in the India, because most of the peoples don't know about the forex traders, don't know about the forex market. Also they kind of see the forex is a kind of fraud places, but it is not like that. It was such a volumetric places where you can make your you can make your $10,000 towards your 1 lakh in one day only. It was a more volumetric than any other market. You can easily put up your trade based upon your techniques, and you can easily earn more than your risk. Whatever you are expecting more than, you can earn it. Basically a forex market, forex and brokers in the kind of like a Credit Capital is a kind of broker, okay, like Sunshine Advisory and many of the Octa Forex, you can heard about that. They are the kind of the brokers who can give us a platform that where we can trade. You in the forex market, you heard about a software like a MT4 and MT5. It was a kind of software where you are going to trade, and with this software we are all connected about, like all the brokers and all the big kind of fund advisories. They all are working and they all are connected with these MT4 and MT5 software. So basically these brokers are giving us a platform. They are giving a kind of interventions to us. They are giving us a link, like where we can put our money, where we can invest our money, and where we can doing a trade on our investment basis. Okay guys, are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
So the next one is hedgers. The hedgers is a kind of thing in the forex who don't have any emotions connected with any of the trade. For in the kind of, if I am taking today, if I have invested $100 today, okay, and that's why, because most of the kind of, if you are investing something, then you are emotionally connected towards your money. Okay, it was a kind of thing, it was a kind of human tendency, it was kind of happening with everyone. It's a kind of human tendency. So it was a kind of emotion which are, when you are taking a trade, your emotion is got connected towards that. So the hedgers is a kind of person who don't have emotions with any of the market trade. If for in the kind of example, if I am buying a certain currencies today, on the another hand I am going to sell it out also. For in the kind, if I'm going to buy a euro today, on the other hand I am going to sell it out on the automatic basis. If I am going to buy the 5 lots, if I am going to buy the 5 shares in the euro, I'm also going to sell out the 5 euro shares in that. Like they are putting their contribution towards the buy side also and towards the sell side also. They don't have the certain positions in the market. So in these kind, the hedgers are very, very risky one. In the forex market, it can give you loss also, can give you risk also. Always you have the 50% of sharing on the every basis. Okay, so better don't go with the hedgers part, because it was a kind of thing who don't have a kind of market emotions, who don't have their own positions in the market, who are contributing on the both side, on the buy side also, on the sell side also. But if you are coming in the forex part, I must tell you that also you should have positions in the market. If you are if you are mostly favorable for the buy direction, you should find the trade for the buy ones only. Don't go for the sell one. Like the market is falling, just you are taking the trade towards the sell side without taking any of the technical basis. Don't do like that. First of all, analyze the market, and if you are going to favoring the buy direction, just find a buy trade in that, and then afterwards you can